What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you about meditation. So going into meditation, first let's start off with what is meditation? So meditation, from my perspective, it is an art, it's a skill. And the idea for what meditation is to allow the mind to quieten down, to give ourselves that space for peace, for relaxation, and also for self-reflection on our day, to look at how we've reacted through the day, how we can implement different behaviors, how we get to be from a non-biased perspective on ourselves and on others, rather than reacting from emotion or through criticism or through thoughts or through judgments. Meditation can give us this space as a platform to relax ourselves and see clearly. There are so many benefits to meditation. Remembering that your mindset, your perspective is how you see the world, it's how you see yourself, it's how you see everything in life. So if we can strengthen our zone from where we see things from, if we can make it clearer, stronger, less biased, more open to understanding and getting more from life through the way we see, then how can there be any faults for that? How can there be any issues? It will only benefit us. So meditation doesn't just have to be about sitting down and quieting. That's one wonderful part of it, because very often the mind thinks so much and we have so much going on in our heads that, for one, we need that relaxation to come down. But it can also be a platform for self-improvement and self-benefit. So to meditate, what we need is an environment that is conducive to bringing that stillness and that peacefulness, whether that's just going to your bedroom, whether it's going into a spare room, whether it's turning off the TV and any distractions, or playing some nice music, having some incense out, and spending 10 minutes to yourself just to relax and calm down. And then we want to watch the thoughts pass by. So there's estimated between 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. How many of them do we even register? You know, we'll be driven by these thoughts. The ones that we catch might be negative, they might pull us elsewhere. So what meditation is we'll calm down, we relax the body, and then we view the thoughts that pass by. And we let them go. We let them pass by without feeding into them, without holding on to going, yeah, I like this thought, I'm going to go on a mind trip somewhere else. No, bring yourself back to the center. And an easy method for that is follow the breath in, follow the breath out, follow breath one, follow breath two. Then we'll be thinking about something, we'll think what's for dinner or how this went, da-da-da-da. Nope, bring it back to the breath. And then we enter a relaxed state. Now from that point we can stay in that relaxation and follow the breath and stay there, because we're actually getting a lot of benefit in that silence and in that stillness, because we're conserving energy. We're not spending mental energy thinking about this, thinking about that. Crazy thoughts that actually aren't that beneficial, or they're fantasy, or they're locking us in the past. Not presence. Presence, we can find that stillness of where we are right now. Or we can reflect on how the day's been, how we've behaved, why we reacted a certain way to something, making a better plan for ourselves, of finding some point to have thinking that's clear and of benefit rather than nonsensical thinking. So there's options there with meditation. You don't just have to use it for stillness. There's a very strong practice in stillness, and I strongly do recommend that we spend at least 10 minutes of that a day through meditation. But also when that's done, we can, if we choose to, go into self-reflection, which is also vital for our own understanding, our own growth. So you've got different kinds of meditation there. There's also meditation of mantra, there's also breath work, there's also visualization meditations, there's also imagination meditation, so many different variations. So it's also finding the right kind for you that fits into your personality type. You don't just have to sit there and be like, oh, I can't do this and I'm not enjoying it. Yes, there is an aspect of discipline and skill to get into being able to enjoy it smoothly, but it doesn't want to be uphill all the time. And even the posture, a lot of people struggle to sit down with their lower back straight and their legs fall down. Fine, sit in a chair, keep the spine straight, but just sit in a chair and relax, allow the muscle in the bodies to relax. Then we don't have to contend, oh, my back and all the aches and pains. That is something that we can work with, because there's a reason we're feeling so sore and stiff. Okay, maybe the body's not in the best condition and we need to work with that. But don't let that stop you. You know, sit yourself up in the chair for 10 minutes. Ideally in the morning is great, because the mind is at a still point from when we've woke up. We get yourself out of bed. 10 minutes before work is great, and also maybe 10 minutes at lunch to soften any stress and tension that's occurred throughout the day, to relax and come back calmer from a position of stillness rather than emotional turmoil that's stirring us around because somebody's reacted a certain way or somebody said something, and that is external of ourselves, but we're bringing it in and allowing ourselves to be bothered by things that actually, if I calm down and I can see clearly, I can see why I'm reacting so bad. Maybe I just didn't get enough sleep, maybe I didn't eat well enough, maybe this person's aggravating me more, etc, etc. But we can calm that, clear that out, and react from a place of strength and stillness and understanding. And it doesn't mean we don't express what's going on, but it's like we're calmer, we can express clearer and truer and more beneficial for us and the other person. So the benefits of meditation from that at lunchtime are great. Also in the evening before bed, a lot of people can't sleep at night because this is still on, it's still switched on, working. Well, we haven't rested it, so why would it not stop? Why would it continue to be that busy when we haven't given it the chance to relax and to rest down? So 10 minutes before bed is great. You know, if you have any thoughts that are plaguing your mind, write them down, get them out, do a little bit of thinking on them if you need to. But once that's done, that's done. Okay, 10 minutes to relax, 10 minutes to find the breath, find stillness, and then have a wonderful sleep based on that, because nothing's rattling around in there. So meditation itself, what happens is we have different states of brainwaves. We have alpha, beta, theta, delta, and these gamma brainwaves as well. So we've got those 5 different states of brainwaves that we're most common, that we're familiar with. So beta is when we're multitasking. I'm on the phone and I'm texting and I'm talking to you while I'm having my lunch and I've got all this stimulus going on. So it's great for multitasking. And you've got alpha, which is one-pointed focusness, this one point, this direct line, which is a slower brainwave than the beta, that's just a bit more scattered. You know, the beta is great. We spend about 80% of our day in beta, and really we want that down to be alpha because that costs much more energy. And it also adds us to train our mind to always be more distracted rather than the alpha state of one-pointed thinking, concentration, focus, dedication. And in between, after that, we've then got theta state, which is moving towards that sleeping levels. So the brainwaves get slower and they drop lower. Delta, bang, out cold. Gamma rays are a more special kind of brainwave that comes from practice of meditation and from focus and relaxation at the same time. So it's more of a special state of mind, which can occur through meditation, does occur through meditation. So the meditation itself is between the alpha, the one-point focus state, and the theta, which is towards the sleep state. So what happens is, and I've experienced this many times with the meditation classes I put on, is people's brainwaves will start to go from beta up here, into alpha to here, into theta to here, and delta out cold. And generally a lot of people fall asleep the first few times of meditation, and that's okay. That's fine, you know, that happens because we're not familiar with that state of mind, with that meditative state. The more we train in it, the more we become alert, and we can keep our mind conscious. We become conscious of more and more things. We become conscious of distractions through the day, of reactions that come out emotionally that are automatic, that we didn't realize before. Through that conscious state of focus and training the mind to be aware in that state, the stronger, the more benefits we get. And also there are so many benefits too. You've got the relaxation, you've got better mental health, you've got how you respond to people in the world better. Stress goes down, your health improves, you see things clearer, the mind has better memory, has better recognition. There's so many benefits to meditation. And it's just a practice that I've been doing it for 6 years now, and I started teaching the classes 3-4 years ago. I love it. It did change my life. It actually set me on to this path that I'm on now, which was through meditation. And anybody can do it. A lot of the times we have struggles with, I can't do that, my mind won't be quiet. Well, of course, because we've not trained it to be quiet. We've trained it our whole entire lives to be noisy, to always be thinking, to be trying to do this, trying to do that. So yes, it's going to be turbulent at the start and quite difficult, but with persistence, like any new skill you want to learn, it takes that time and that effort. And I promise you, anybody can meditate, anybody can do it. It's just how much effort and time are we willing to give it. So when you start, don't go for big long sessions. 5 to 10 minutes a day to begin, then maybe take it up in 2 weeks time, and just something that you can fit in, because we've all got a spare 5 or 10 minutes each day, and see the benefit and give yourself to that practice for at least 20 days to see and feel the difference, because you start to feel a different level of consciousness being in there, because you're calmer, you're stiller. You'll see life improvement from giving yourself peace and quiet and stillness and time for yourself. And time for yourself in a wonderful way. It's not a selfish way. You benefit from it, people around you benefit from it because of how you now act and behave and see things from that clearer point of view. And how often do you actually give your time that beneficial practice? Often would rather watch TV and switch the mind off rather than letting it unwind and relax, because we put things to the side through TV, through distraction, through music, rather than thinking, okay, before bed 10 minutes, let's just let the mind chill out. And you'll see and start to feel the differences, and then you can take the meditation to deeper and deeper levels from there, and you can use it for means, whether it's for physical, whether it's for emotional understanding, whether it's understanding the mentality and the thoughts we have, or a spiritual understanding. There are many different paths that meditation will bring us to and give us a greater understanding, but it doesn't have to be any specific one. Do it for your personality, do it for your nature and for what you want to discover. As I say, meditation changed my life. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. I run classes in Manchester. I do one-on-one sessions as well. So if you have any interest or any questions, please get in touch and I will do my best to help address them one-on-one personally and also in future videos, so your questions help me deliver more content that is applicable to yourself and to your life. So thank you very much, guys. Good luck with the meditation. I hope you get a nice practice from it. And I'm always here if you have any questions. All the best.